Rich Frawley, Director of Training here at ADF Solutions. Today we're going to show you screen recording, screenshots, and screen mirroring on Android. Along with adding evidential information to your logical extraction, you can also document this information quickly and easily on the front line, on scene, or in the office. Let's take a look at these features. Okay, so you see I have an Android Pixel here on my camera, and in the back you see I have this Digital Evidence Investigator Pro. Go to mobile devices. This is what Mobile Device Investigator would look like. Let's go into screen recordings and screenshots. You can see I have my Google Pixel connected. For those of you who have not seen the tool before, there is a wizard that walks you through the process of getting to become a developer, turning on USB debugging, and all that good stuff. Gets the phone connected. We're going to back it up to the name. You can change this. We're going to hit proceed, and this will bring us into the screen recording and screenshot area. We're just making the connection now. So, as we were talking earlier in other videos and posts or our blog post, we're talking victim witness. You want to prevent this evidence from leaving. A couple different things you can do in your investigative ways is to have that victim or witness sit with you. They can control it. They can take you to the screens you want to go to, and you would use the tool to create the screenshots or the videos that you need to. Again, if they don't want to give up their phone, but they're willing to give you the information on there, they don't want to see it leave their site, it's just a couple little tips and tricks to help. We're in the lock screen. It does need to be unlocked for this to work. So what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to start with the unlock screen, and I'm going to record this. I'm going to turn on my recording, and then come down here, and it's going to bring up the passcode screen, and either you or your Vic Wit can enter the information unlock. Once it's unlocked, I'm going to stop that recording. It's going to save that into as a recording for my screenshots and screen recordings. You can see if I hover over this, I can delete it or I can play it. But we're going to move on here. I am now going to start documenting the home screens. And I stopped the video before. However, I could have kept that going and documented my whole session here and used screenshots during the recording. Here I turned off the recording. I'm just going to document with screenshots and turn on recording where I need to do that. So we're going to document the home screens. I am mirroring over to the left. Whatever we save is over to the right. I can control the device from my mirroring screen. You see my overhead pointing down on the phone. I can move the screen here. You'll see it in the mirror. But I also have a mouse here, and I'm on the home screen. I can slide either way, slide up. I'm going to take the screenshot of where we landed when we unlocked it. That screenshot is now saved into my results area. I'm going to slide over and get the other screen here as well. I even got date and times up here, temperature at the time, all good information to have. I'm going to slide up to get my library, take a screenshot, and I'm going to use the scroll button on my mouse to go down a little further and hit screenshot there as well. Now that I have that, we go to what we were looking for, or what's the information that we need. Let's say, in this case, Kik is one of those. I need to go in and get a message out of Kik. If they walk out the door, it's going to be gone. Or if I am going to be making a logical, I know Kik isn't going to get captured in that logical, so I can document this before doing that. So go to Kik. I'm going to scroll back up, select Kik. It's going to open up. I'm going to go to the chat area. I'm going to take a screenshot of that just to show what chats are on here. I'm going to open up Lex. And I'm down at the bottom. I'm just going to scroll up to the top to the very beginning. And there's Lex. and I can choose his profile and take a screenshot of that. Anything that you can show on the screen, you can screenshot. You can tell a story. Here's how I got from point A to point B. Here's where I hit a password on a photo vault, and this was the password, and this was what was in there. Here's the settings for this. Here's this person's profile. So now I have Lex's profile with his user information, which makes it a little bit easier for me now to do a preservation order to his account. I'm going to back up here, go back in here. Text message. Hey John, what's up? It's Lex. Thanks for the dog pics. Right? And then there's the picture of the dog. Child exploitation, your smoking gun. This is just something else that shouldn't have been sent back and forth. Maybe it's not contraband, but this is your evidence, right? This is what you want to document. I can hit screenshot. Anything that is on here, I can do. If I can manipulate this picture by holding my finger down on it to give me the exact date and time that it was sent, I would do that and take that screenshot. If you are able to bring up GPS locations, metadata, anything you could bring up and show, you can do and screenshot here. Now we have a scrolling feature. So I'm at the top here and I want to go down. I just hit the scroll. It's going to figure out how many pages there are, and it's going to screenshot those all. If I come over here, you can see down here there's 8 pages. I can step through each one of those. But let's say you come in, you don't want to go to the top, you want to work from the bottom down. We also have the reverse scroll, so it starts at the bottom and works its way up. So now I have both of those. We're going to change course here, and we're going to document some Wicker. Wicker is one of those security type apps where it doesn't allow you to screenshot. So we'll just show you what happens here. We're going to close Kick. I'm going to go back to my main page, and I have Wicker Me and Wicker Pro. I'm going to open up Wicker Pro, and I'm going to go to Settings, and I'm going to go to Privacy and Safety, and on the bottom it says Enable Screenshots, and it is currently off. So screenshots are not allowed when using Wicker here. I'm going to go to the Android here, and let me switch to my overhead. And I'm going to hold down my power button, and that gives me the screenshot here. I'm going to press screenshot. Couldn't save the screenshot. Let me capture that. So I just made a screenshot of the screen saying that you cannot screenshot. Couldn't save screenshot. Taking screenshots isn't allowed by the app or your organization. Well, I guess I'm not going to get that screenshot then, huh? Let me go back here. Let me go into direct messages. Let me screenshot that. Oh yeah, look, it's working. Let me go into the direct one. There's Mongo. Let me take the picture of Mongo, and then there is the picture of the dog. Security protected apps, maybe browsers, any of these that have settings that disable Snapchat, right? Bring it up, screenshot it. Now you're going to start getting a whole lot more information than you were before. In that last Kick app as well, let me close that, bring back up Kick. Just another little thing that we can do here before I show you some results. Let's go into Lex. I'm at the bottom, but if you remember, there was a video in here. So now if I bring that up, the video plays. So what I'm going to do is start my recorder, play the video. Once that video is stopped, stop my video. Now that's all part of it. I'm done. I've documented what I've needed, and now I want to bring this all in, parse things out, make a case, so I can start making my report. I have two options. I can take this and also acquire the device logically. So I get the logical acquisition plus these screen recordings and screenshots. Or if I'm not going to be doing a logical, if the deal is, hey, we'll just screenshot what we need and move on, you can hit finish. It will save that as an acquisition, and you go back and scan that in the scan area. You go to where it was saved, point to that folder, run our search profile screenshots against it, and it'll parse it out. Let me show you what that does. So here's an Android with screenshots. So this is a logical acquisition. The summary page. So we did the logical acquisition. There's the device information, everything that was parsed out of it. And then I have my screen recordings and screenshots. There's my home screens. There's my unlock password, right? So there, it gives me frames. First frame, last frame, 48 from in between. Here's the preview where I can play the unlock sequence and the textual content of everything that was pulled out of there as well. And again, in the properties, date and time, device, hash value, there's your chain of custody. So you have all your angles covered here as to being able to save this information. All the things coming down the pike, everything with victim privacy, phishing expeditions, discovery, this is going to be the new way that things need to be collected, and this is very simple and easy to use. Again, I have my kick. Let me get out of this result and go into another one that I did here. So this is similar to what I just showed you live. I worked it out before, 16 different screenshots. The first default group, that is the recording. Again, the frames, the preview, you can play it. Properties, chain of custody. My home screens, my kick, my wicker, right? There's all the screenshots. Said I couldn't do it, but we did it. Now I'm looking for that one that said John. Remember the smoking gun? Hey John, thanks for the dog pics. Since we ran optical character recognition against all this, I could type in the word John here in my search bar, hit the little magnifying glass, and it found 2 hits on it. So it brings me to the preview. Hey John, what's up? It's Lex. Thanks for the dog pics. So I can tag this, make this part of my report. You can see in the textual content the little red mark on John, meaning it found it. Again, chain of custody. Let's go to my second hit. Looks the same, but if you recall, I scrolled the whole chat thread. So here I have my 8 different screens, but I have the textual content for each one that can be searched. So it picked it up on here as well. Very easy to use, very easy to navigate. With that, come back here. That screen recordings, screenshots, super simple to use, on scene, frontline, in the lab, victim witness. When you have something that's not going to be in a logical acquisition, you can add these screenshots and screen recordings to that acquisition, or you can use them on their own. This really is the way things are going. The laws in the UK have already changed. They have their guidelines specifically dealing with consent, vic, wit, and the things they have to do. So we're making it easy for you. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching, and that's all for this video.